Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Got a couple questions for you. Do you have some good answers for this? Things that you should never say to your in-laws. Or things you wish you worked with remote controls. Well, check it out. This is called the Game of Things. And it's a party game for 4+ players, and it's for adults only. This is actually the only game in my entire collection that my wife actually bought. So she bought this game and came home with it because she had played it somewhere, was all excited, and we still play it a lot to this day. It's a light to funny party game for adults. Let's take it out, show you how to play, and I'll tell you what I think about it. Okay, in the Game of Things, one person is the reader. That reader will flip over a card, and it will say something like, things you shouldn't do at a theater. And then everybody else takes one of these pieces of paper. They come in big pads, but they're perforated, so they separate nicely. And everybody writes an answer of something that you shouldn't do at the theater. They then fold this in half, and we play with a hat. Everybody throws it in a hat. And then once all the answers are in there, the reader takes them out and reads all the answers. Starting with the person to the left of the reader, that person will try to guess at least one of them who said it. So they'll pick out the one they like the best or the one they think they know who said it, and they will pick that person. They'll say, you said snap your gum. And that person would say, nope, wasn't me. Or they might say yes. If they say yes, the person that guessed them gets 1 point, and they continue to keep guessing as long as they keep getting it right. As soon as they're wrong, it goes to the next person clockwise and they get to guess. And this goes on until everybody has been guessed except one person. And the person who is the last person to get guessed is 2 points. Now the rules state that the reader doesn't throw their own answer in, but we think that's kind of silly, so we've actually been playing where even the reader writes an answer and throws it in there, and then they just read all of them. And so the winner is the one essentially at the end of a round, and one round is once every one person has been the reader, the one who has the best score wins. So it's that simple. If you guess somebody, you get a point. If you don't, it moves to the next person, they get a guess. And that keeps going till everybody's guessed. The last person that got guessed gets 2 points. At the end of the round, the one who has the most points wins. But let's take a look at some of the things here. Things you hate as punishment. Things that make you scream. Things you like to do with chocolate. Things you wish you didn't know. Things you shouldn't do in a house. Things you shouldn't put on the front lawn. Things that cause trouble. Things you shouldn't throw off a building. Things you would do if you were a giant. And things you would line up to see. And as you can see, there's tons and tons of cards. So there's a lot of replayability here. So you can see that it's a lot of fun. It's a lot easy to play. And so that's exactly how you play the Game of Things. Well, there you have the Game of Things. Well, let's talk about it. This game, 4 to 6 people, I like how it plays. It plays pretty quickly. It's a lot of fun. You'll do a lot of laughing. Just warn you, it is for adults because with a lot of these answers, you're going to get a lot of adult type answers that innuendos that will be funny probably, and people will giggle and laugh. And it is a fun game. It's a good icebreaker game if you don't know anybody. It's actually pretty funny to get to know people because as the game goes on, you get to know, oh, what kind of answers are these people throwing out? And if you do know the people, it's even better because you actually go, oh, I know them. That's just like them to say something like this. Of course, the game is you don't want to get guessed, right? You make more points by not being guessed. So a lot of times you'll put an answer that maybe someone else would normally put, and then nobody knows what you put. So that's kind of how you win the game. But how it's fun is between 4 and 6 people, I think it's great. Once you get over 6 people, it gets a little crazy because there's too many answers. The person reads all the answers, and then even the first person's like, huh? Can you read those again? And then the next person, can you read those again? And then each person, you have so many to choose from now that you choose. You said that. Nope. Next person. Can you read them again? Okay. You said that. Nope. Can you read them again? So when there's more people, it's really hard to keep track of it all. It really bogs the game down. I'd say 4 players is perfect for this game. 6 is probably about as many as I'd want to play it with. So with 4 to 6 players, I do like this game. It is fun. It's a light party game. You'll have lots of laughs and giggles. I've cried a couple times playing it, and it's fun to just learn what people think about things. Once you know people, it's good to get to know people. It's a good icebreaker because once you're getting to know people, you can go, oh, I know how they're going to answer this. And then when you know people, it's good too because you know how what their tendencies are. Of course, now to win the game, you're trying to not be guessed. So a lot of times you'll be putting in answers that are not your style, or they might be someone else's style, and people pick that thinking it's them, but in fact it's you. So that's a kind of fun little group think type of thing that goes on. Anyway, it's a fun game. Pick it up. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like $20 at most box stores, but I like it. It's a good party game. You could add it to your collection if you like party games.